Hi, welcome back to Storytime with Susan. We are continuing with our book, The Berenstain Bear Scouts and the Coughing Catfish. We're on chapter 15, so let's jump right on in. Chapter 15, Operation Bog Bust. It seemed like a long wait, but it really wasn't. Within minutes, Actual, Factual, and the scouts heard the chatter of helicopters in the distance. Within 6 seconds, police helicopters were swooping down on Skull Island. There were choppers from as far away as Big Bear City. The Bogs never had a chance. Police SWAT teams poured out of the choppers and rounded them up before they knew what was happening. Chief Bruno and his team had the outlaw clan disarmed and handcuffed more quickly than it takes to tell. "How are they going to get them off the island?" said Lizzie. "There are so many of them." The sound of a deeper-voiced helicopter was heard. "Whoa-wee!" cried Sister as a huge transport chopper came into view. An airborne paddy wagon. After the Bogs were herded into the big helicopter, the police began gathering evidence. The gator skins, the knives and scrapers, some chemical samples. They took pictures of the tanning vats and drying frames. Then they turned off the giant faucet that was oozing gray-green goo. Chief Bruno was about to get into his helicopter, but he stopped and looked around. "Maybe he's looking for us," said Brother. "I do believe you may be right," said the professor. They all stood up. They shouted and waved. The chief saw them. He waved back and made an A-OK circle with his thumb and forefinger. Then he climbed into his chopper. There was a roar of rotors. Then one by one, the chopper took off, with the airborne paddy wagon bringing up the rear. "Don't you scouts have some sort of slogan you say to mark a job well done?" said the professor. "We sure do," said Brother with a grin. The scouts looked for something to cross. There were broken off cattails floating around them. So, there, at the headwaters of Grizzly River, in the middle of Gator Swamp, in sight of Skull Island, the scouts crossed cattails and shouted, "One for all and all for one." Marsh birds wheeled across the sky. Beavers poked up their heads. Even gators took notice. Then Actual, Factual, and the scouts pulled down their face masks, checked their breathing gear, and headed back to Saucer 1. Well, looks like they got the Bogs. All they have to do now is get back. So, check out my next video for the next chapter. As always, like and subscribe. Have a great day.